What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be playing through the 35 stamina AKAINU Paramount War Major Heat. So this is the first day of the Save Ace event. Every single day we will be getting a new sort of Paramount War dungeon. Today is going to be the AKAINU event, and then I believe tomorrow is going to be either Aokiji or Kizaru, and then it's going to keep alternating every single day for about a week. And today, this event is super freaking hard. This is like one of the most hardest dungeons in the game. Like this is very, very difficult. However, the rewards for it are insane. So this is the stuff that you can get from the dungeon. You can't actually drop AKAINU himself. The recommended recruitables you can actually drop in this dungeon, which are all really low chance, probably 1% drop rate, and the obtainable manuals, of course. You can get universal books, couple of legend books, and you can also get, you know, some other just regular books, which is also really, really nice to get as well. So this is going to be a really cool event if you guys want to just farm some skill books that you see in here that you really, really need. And actually, before we actually get into the dungeon itself, let me go ahead and show you guys the Save Ace event website. So I've actually got it already up here. Now, this is the rewards page. If you go to that banner inside the game, there's a button you can press and it will link you to this website. And what it does is it shows how many Marines we've defeated. So this whole event revolves around beating as many Marines as we possibly can within the week's time period, I believe it is. Now, at the moment, as of me recording this video, we have beaten 395,000. And as you can see, these are all the rewards. So once we defeat 5 million, we get a million berries, 10 million, 11 million, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then when we get to 20 million, we have officially saved Ace, and that is the conclusion of the event. But all of these rewards are insanely good. There's a total of 9 gems that we can get from this. Lots of forbidden tomes, especially the actual specific ones, which is really, really awesome. The ones that have the specific you know, sockets on them, which are really good. Princess turtles as well, cotton candy, cola, all that good stuff. So that is also really, really good. So it says go to Extra Island, defeat the Marines at the Paramount War. Step 2 says the number of Marines defeated will rise when adventure is cleared. And then step 3, get rewards depending on how many Marines were defeated. Make it through Marineford and recruit Ace for your crew. So that is the whole, you know, sort of, you know, goal for this event, is to try and save Ace at Marineford. So let's go ahead and show you guys the 35 stamina dungeon. Now, this dungeon is super difficult. Honestly, it took me so many tries to find a team that would actually beat this. And eventually I resorted to a Stronghold Ace team. I know a lot of people are going to complain in the comments, but Ace is, you know, actually not a bad team to actually use for this. I tried a Crocodile team. It can beat it, but it's very inconsistent because of one of the stages on it makes it very, very difficult. But this is the team that we're using here. We have a double Stronghold Ace team. We have Heracles, we have Frankie, we have Zephyr, and we also have Raid Boss Boa for that really, really nice delay, as well as a 2.5 times chain multiplier lock. So that is super, super useful. Now, this run is probably going to take a long time. It's probably going to take, you know, at least 5 minutes for this run. It's going to take a very, very long time. However, this team will be able to do it. So this dungeon, as I said, is very, very difficult, so don't be disheartened if you guys can't beat it, because it is super, super difficult. However, you can still help us out in this actual event by still clearing the lower difficulties, you know, the 10, 20, or 30 stamina. They all will count towards, you know, the Marines getting defeated, giving us more points for our rewards. So I really, really hope you guys are able to actually do that. You know, the 10 and 20 and 30 ones aren't that bad. 30 is pretty difficult. However, as you keep playing on, it gets a lot more difficult. So 35 stamina is a huge jump, and from my personal experience, 35 stamina is a huge jump from 30 stamina. Honestly, this is almost like a 60 stamina raid boss dungeon in my personal opinion. It's that difficult. It's pretty hard, but one good thing about the highest difficulty is that you get better drop rates for cotton candy, the really good skill books, legend books, and also the almighty skill book. That's the one big draw to this event, is that you can actually drop the universal skill books, and they are super, super good for leveling up skills of units that don't really have their skill books out yet, or you just want to use them to level up a skill that you weren't able to max out previously. So honestly, it's super, super good. Also forgot to mention as well, the Burning Whitebeard ship is out. That is the ship that I'm actually using right now. You guys can actually get that ship for free by going ahead and clearing the Whitebeard ship dungeon that is actually on Extra Island. You should be able to see it without too many issues. And that ship, for a limited time only, has a special ability that, you know, boosts your attack by 1.5 and boost your HP by 1.4, as well as the 1.5 attack boost. And then, on top of that, it has a 20 turn or a 17 turn special, 18 turn special that will cut the HP of all enemies by 20%. So it's a very, very useful ship for this dungeon because the final boss has a lot of HP. So I highly recommend it if you guys have the ship to definitely go ahead and use it because it does help quite immensely for this dungeon. So all we really are doing here is to try and stall for our specials, try and get back as much recovery as we can because obviously we want to have a lot of HP for our Ace's specials because his special does revolve around him having as much of HP as possible to do a lot more damage. But yeah, if you actually leave Suru alive there, I'm pretty sure Suru goes ahead and she heals up all the enemies. So highly recommend to try and take her down as quick as possible. And then, yeah, we'll just move on from there. Honestly, the stages aren't that hard, but there is like 1 or 2 stages that are quite troublesome that a lot of people are going to struggle with. So moving on to stage 5, this is probably one of the most troublesome stages, the Seahorse stage. Now, we're going to try and, you know, it is good to try and get some good orbs in the previous room for this stage. Otherwise, you can bring a delayer like Golden Pound Usopp specifically for this stage, which I would highly recommend because he does help out quite a fair bit. So we're going to go ahead and attack with our units with the matching orbs to try and break these guys' defenses. But yeah, these guys are quite tanky, and they actually do a lot of damage as well. So you can see we're going to leave 2 of these guys alive, but they still do a fair amount of damage. So this is quite a fair amount of damage that we are going to be taking. That's why some teams find this stage very, very difficult. But as I said, they don't have any delay protector or anything like that. So I would highly recommend to go ahead and bring some sort of delayer for this room in particular because it's very, very difficult. Or like a fixed damage dealer if you guys have one on your crew. But this stage here, you can actually drop a Rainbow Pirate Penguin, which is actually really, really cool. Not really that useful though because we are having the recent Evolver Island. So that isn't really that useful all in all. But if you guys need another one, then you can farm one from here. I do believe they do drop. So that is good. Now, one good thing that we are going to try to do is try and get some good orbs. If we can get a red orb on Frankie, that will help out immensely. For the second last stage is Onigumo. Now, Onigumo is very, very tricky because once he dies, he goes ahead and paralyzes your entire right column for 3 turns. And that's really, really bad considering the stage after this is AKAINU himself, and we want to be prepared for that. So we want to try and take down Onigumo as quick as possible so we can try and stall out our paralysis. That would be the most ideal situation, but we'll see how we go. Try and pick up as many food orbs as we can along the way. That was actually a pretty good turn for us. We attacked about as well as we possibly could have there. Now, hopefully we can actually take down Onigumo in this turn. It would be really, really good if we can. Attack with Frankie, and hopefully Heracles can take him down. Yes, okay, so he's dead. However, he does have that special ability once he does die. As I said, paralyzing, more like paralysis for our entire right column for 3 turns. It is crazy hectic shit. So, we are going to try and stall this guy out, but we will have to take a hit, unfortunately. But we got to do what we got to do in order to have, the most sufficient amount of turns of damage against AKAINU, because this guy does not mess around. He is very, very tanky, has a lot of HP. So, we are pretty much ready to go. We don't really need a stall for anything else, so let's go ahead and kill this guy off now. Okay, so now all of our specials are ready to go. We have 31k HP, which means we can actually take a hit from him if we really wanted to, which I am thinking about doing, but I could just go ahead and use my specials now, but I think what I will do is go ahead and use the Whitebeard ship here, which will go ahead and cut his HP by 20%. And you can see that was a 20% health cut, and it did over 1 million damage. That is crazy. This guy just has so much health. And in the top right corner, he does have an ability, deals additional damage at the end of every turn. It's a percentage cut. I do believe it's a percentage cut at the end of every turn. So you do have to, keep that in mind and take that into consideration as well. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to do like 2 turns of regular damage. When he's on a 1-turn cooldown, that's when we're going to go ahead and activate our specials and get ready to go. So let's go ahead right now. Do as much damage as we possibly can with our Ace team. Boom. Okay, that was actually really solid. Okay, really good. Now, when he falls below 50%, I believe, he will go ahead and, berserk himself. So you don't want that to happen. Fortunately, we don't have good orbs because he did change him around. So I think we're going to go ahead and do it now. We're going to go ahead and activate our burst turn now. Now, with this specific team, you want to try and make sure you don't have any negative orbs. So this is what we do. We do this, and then we have it so our team doesn't have any negative orbs anymore, which is amazing. We can go ahead and lock our chain multiply with Boa. We have Frankie for the orb boost. We have the type boost from Zephyr. Go ahead and use A special to lock those orbs, because we will need them for the following turn, because we won't be able to kill him off in one turn. It will definitely take 2 turns to kill this guy off. So now we have to attack, hopefully hitting our perfects and killing this guy off in 2 turns. So let's do it. Cool. Frankie, Ace, Boa, Thor. Okay, that was great. So now he's going to go ahead and berserk himself, and that's fine because we still have one more turn to do as much damage as we possibly can. So we're going to go ahead and use Ace, and that's just for a little bit of extra damage. Now we can go ahead and, oh wow, okay, be careful, be careful. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. But boom, okay, yeah, we did take down AKAINU, which is great. Dropped a skill book, hopefully it is something decent. Let's see what we actually got. Now, I did say at the start, you know, that I showed you guys the skill books that you can actually get. But let's just see what we got, because, you know, you can get so many different things throughout this event. So hopefully we did get something pretty cool. So we'll see what we got. How much XP do we get from this? 7,000, and we got quite a bit of cotton candy. And we got a strong word ace book, which I don't really need, but, you know, I'll take it. So, anyways, that is going to conclude this video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.